Hey guys, Crypto Sunday, and what a week it's been! £20,000 down on the week, and I've put in 3,000, so it's the numbers down about 17. A terribly timed buy. I put 3,000 into Solana before sort of even the Bitcoin drop last week. Sort of about 30 minutes before Bitcoin dropped about sort of 5%, I made my buy. And then since then, we've had all the lawsuit stuff. So, yeah, for the sake of 1 week, I could have got an awful lot more Solana. But yeah, let's have a look at the news. So the SEC sued Binance US. This isn't the same as Binance International because they can't really go after Binance International, but Binance US is a small part of Binance's overall operations, and they've been charged with, unsurprisingly, listing unregistered securities and all the usual sort of stuff, but also basically commingling funds, similar to what FTX did. Whether there's sort of, I think this is from claims of former Binance employees, so interesting that they're sort of working with the SEC, and yeah, they're also being sort of charged with leaking data back to Binance International and sort of various other allegations that are sort of quite bad, and they're trying to go after CZ, Changpeng Zhao, but he's very elusive and isn't exactly keen on coming to the US. So the fact that they don't really have a headquarters isn't exactly helping helping the SEC, I guess. But yeah, that's caused a bit of trouble, and they since suspended US dollar fiat trading on Binance US. So you can't deposit, you can't withdraw, and this has sort of caused a fair bit of a drop when that happened. And then almost immediately afterwards, the following day, Coinbase got hit with a lawsuit that is sort of a watered down version of the Binance one, accusing them of listing unregistered securities and sort of some criticism of the staking, but not all of the commingling and sort of data breaches, data misuse, and that sort of thing. So it's much less of an issue, you would think, for Coinbase, something that they should come through. But the sort of allegations by the community are that they've done these two at the same time so that they can try and, or if not talk about it themselves, get everyone else talking about themselves as sort of both equally as guilty and sort of both doing similar things, which they're not. Coinbase are sort of a lot more reputable, even if they are smaller, and have sort of there's never been any hint of commingling funds or anything like that. This just seems like the SEC wanting to sort of come out swinging because they're being criticised by Congress. But Coinbase have said they will be fighting it pretty hard, and yeah, we'll have to see where it goes. It does sort of, as part of this, they have called quite a number of coins securities. So that's caused quite a big hit to a number of projects: Solana, Matic, and Cardano, sort of three of the key ones that have been noted, three that I hold a fair bit of. And yeah, that has not really helped. Here you go. Axie Infinity, Sandbox, Solana, Chili's, Dash, sort of lots and lots of projects. Internet Computer is one of mine. And similar sort of list on Binance. So yeah, they're not doing well. Sort of Ethereum notably not in there. XRP notably not in any of them. So that's unusual. That seems to be holding up very, very well, considering sort of their lawsuit is looking like it's nearly over, and they're not in that list. And obviously Bitcoin and Ethereum not in any of them. So yeah, they're sort of holding up a bit better. There's another sort of bullish or potentially just strange development from the SEC. Their sort of former member William Hinman used to have a biography on the website, sort of quite a detailed biography, and he's sort of almost infamous now for saying that Ethereum is not a security, or was not a security. He's certainly getting criticised for some correspondence and documents sort of regarding the Ripple lawsuit and sort of his 2018 speech classing Bitcoin and Ethereum as non-securities. But I guess the SEC's part of the SEC's argument would be that even if Ethereum wasn't, that it now is, since they've switched to proof of stake. So I guess they've always got that. But yeah, it's all sort of hot times with the SEC. I do sort of think we need to remember the point. This is only basically America. The rest of the world sort of seems to be going a little bit more positive towards crypto, and there are sort of hundreds of millions of crypto holders outside the US. I think they're sort of easy to treat the US as the whole world and that everyone will follow, but it doesn't seem to be that way. So whenever we have these sort of fairly large moves, I do my somewhat regular reminder of the dangers of leverage. You've had $390 million basically gone from people getting liquidated because they're using too much leverage. So yeah, you look at something like Bitcoin, you get these huge wicks down. We got a Bart Simpson, as they call it, the hair, move down and move straight back up again. People may have sort of gone short part way down this and been right and sort of be sitting on a nice profit. Then suddenly it rockets back up again and you're out and sort of lose your whole account potentially. Some people don't use sort of risk management and that sort of thing if you're into trading, but I just would rather stay out of the whole thing. It's an incredibly volatile asset, moves up and down sort of a huge amount just in weeks, so adding leverage on top of that just seems unnecessary. And yeah, what is going up year after year, cycle after cycle, to think you could lose all of your money just seems unnecessary. More clampdowns from the crypto hub of the world, the UK. This doesn't seem actually sort of quite so bad. They are still looking to introduce their positive regulation, but they're sort of clamping down on a few more bits. They want a rule now for having the high risk investments warning when people are sort of buying into, I guess, exchanges and sort of various crypto products. You get the high risk investments thing, which you get on stocks and all sorts of stuff, really gambling. It does seem like they're trying to align it a little more with the gambling industry, which maybe isn't quite as good as it could be, but yeah, not the end of the world. They're also banning refer a friend bonuses, so not sure entirely how that will work. A lot of sort of exchanges and various crypto products offer a refer a friend bonus. So are they saying those websites aren't allowed to operate, or exchanges aren't allowed to operate in the UK, or will they have to operate and just not offer that bonus in the UK? Interesting to see what they'll do, and a bit strange that they let hundreds of other different types of industries offer a refer a friend bonus. I've got my trading 212. Every now and then they do the refer a friend bonus. No issues with that. And you can quite easily lose all your money on some random penny stock. Stocks are no less potential for losing all of your money. So yeah, a bit strange to see them doing that, but it's not the end of the world. And yeah, we're just hoping they're sort of more all-encompassing regulations come sort of fairly soon. Keep up with the EU. And lastly, I guess one slight positive amongst all the red, you got Swift and Chainlink sort of continuing their teaming up. This was sort of announced last year at their conference, and you've got more of a sort of experiment with various banks going on. Australia and New Zealand banking group, BNP, quite big, BNY Mellon, Citibank, Lloyd's Banking Group, UK sort of getting in on it as well. So, yeah, it's, I guess, I do sort of struggle to comprehend how some of this differs from, various other services. Ripple, offer what I can see is similar services, but yeah, there's going to be a lot of competition, I guess. These institutions can use Swift's infrastructure to instruct the transfer of tokenized assets. So, yeah, maybe Ripple is more for transferring money, and this is for transferring tokenized assets. So maybe they don't compete, but it does seem potential for overlap. You would think sort of both of these companies could offer the other, if you like, rather than just both offering their individual services. But yeah, it's good news. As they say, there's trillions of dollars in all of these assets that could potentially be tokenized. So how much of that will mean an increase in the actual underlying crypto remains to be seen, but all has to be good news. Well, I guess let's have the Who's Most Red competition. So, as I say, Bitcoin and Ethereum have sort of done reasonably well out of this, being basically called not a security and not having any issues. But Bitcoin's down 5.85%, Ethereum down 8.4%. I have sort of been considering for a while, if we did get a bit of a low, maybe transferring this odd 0.6 Bitcoin into Ethereum. A lot of people obviously are sort of very bullish Ethereum into going into this next cycle, and yeah, I'm sort of still 60% Bitcoin, so it is potentially quite high. Maybe sort of considering making that switch, as a bet on sort of the next year and a half, 2 years being a bit of an outperform couple of years for Ethereum. So at some point, I may be doing that. Maybe not anytime soon, but we'll have to see. Maybe if we get one more sort of drop more from Ethereum, because it's been holding up quite well the last month or two. Yeah, Ethereum down 8.4%. And then the bigger ones, Solana, as I say, terribly timed buy. They're now down 28% in the last week. Cardano slightly worse, 31%. Obviously named in the lawsuits, so it's not going to be particularly good. Chainlink 21% down. XRP down 4%. So they've done really well. Quant down 12%. Audius down 31.5%. Actually, the worst of them all, Polygon down 33.5%. So one that I've never really been all that keen on, but I kind of hold it just because it is up there and sort of appears to have the adoption and partnerships and things. But yeah, they've really been whacked. Power Ledger down 20%. Gala down 30%. Basic Tension Token 22%. Internet Computer, named in the lawsuit, down 24%. And VeChain 22.75%. So, yeah, altcoins getting absolutely hammered. And we'll have to see sort of if the lawsuit really does affect them all that much. But I'm still bullish. I still, as I say, I think, the US isn't the world. If the rest of the world are going to be sort of pushing forward with crypto, then the US could end up getting left behind, basically. So we'll see. Leave your thoughts in the comments below if you're buying anything, if you're, selling out, if you're worried, and like and subscribe. See you soon.